What's this word? Apposite. Looks like opposite, but really isn't. It's apposite. It means apt in the circumstances or right for the occasion. If in a certain condition or situation, an idea or maybe an action is apt, you know how we say what you did was perfect according to the situation. So that is what we call as apposite. That means suitable, right? Her remarks are extremely apposite to the present discussion. That means whatever remarks, whatever comments she made, they were suitable to the discussion that was going on. One of the book's greatest strengths is its stories, which are unfailingly well told and apposite. That means they are apt according to the circumstance, according to the situation. That proverb is apposite to this case. That means, let's say there is a proverb and it is suitable for the case or the condition that you are in right now. Okay, so apposite means being apt. All right, apposite means something is apt for a certain situation. For example, this piece of puzzle, this is the most suitable position for this piece of puzzle to go to. So this is the apposite position, right? The most suitable or apt for this complete puzzle, this position. Okay, so that is apposite, means apt or suitable in a certain situation. Let's look at our next word. Arbitrary. Arbitrary means based on chance rather than being planned or based on reason. You know, sometimes in life we don't plan things. Sometimes things are depending on chances, right? For example, if you throw a dice, it's totally on chance which number you're gonna get, right? And for all those who are playing Ludo or any other games like those, you must be knowing how important it is for the dice to roll the right number, right? But then again, it's arbitrary. It is based purely on chance. It is not planned. It is not based on reason, right? So based on chance rather than being planned is called as arbitrary. The rules seemed arbitrary and inflexible. That means whatever rules were made, they did not seem like they were made for any reason. They seemed like they were made for no reason, like just like that. Okay, so sometimes when we say this is happening just like that, so you can say it is happening arbitrarily, right? Did you have a reason for choosing your destination, or was it arbitrary? That means, let's say you guys want to go on a vacation and you are like, okay, we are not sure where we want to go. Let's just throw a dart at the world map and see where it hits. So that is going to be an arbitrary case where you are leaving it to the dart for dart to pick a place for you. So this is based on chance, right? But if you plan everything, okay, we should go to the mountains. Maybe we should go to Ladakh, and it's so cool there right now. We'll have fun in this heat. All right, so that is planning. That is not arbitrary. He played a few arbitrary notes on the piano to try it out. That means he just played any notes on the piano, right? Notes as in those keys. When you press them and the sound that comes, those are notes. So if someone is just playing a few notes just like that, they're not sure how to even play it, what it means. So you can say they are doing it arbitrarily, or they did it in an arbitrary manner. All right, so arbitrary based on chance. All right, so you can remember it like this. R, a dog whose name is R, he bit me and he rarely bits anyone. R bit me and he rarely bites anyone. So he did this because it was a chance. It was not something that was planned. So R, the dog named R, bit you or bit me because it was not planned. It was just based on chance because he rarely bites anyone. Okay. So R bit someone, but he never does. He rarely bites people, only when he wants to protect his owners. So arbitrary means by chance or based on chance. All right. Okay. Arcane, mysterious and known only by a few people. Something that is, you can see right here is this magical lamp. Must have seen Aladdin, right? So this is Genie's magical lamp. Not everyone knows about it, right? It's a mysterious concept, a mysterious thing, and it is known only by a few people. So I can say this magic lamp is arcane. The triple jump is certainly an arcane discipline. That means learning triple jump is something not known by many people, is only known to a few, and it is a mysterious discipline. It's a mysterious pattern or mysterious exercise. By contrast, the arcane details of wills are law and not custom. So the arcane details, that means the mysterious details not known by many people of wills, someone writing their will, this is supposed to be known by few people, right? He understood all the arcane details of the agreement. So he understood all the mysterious details of the agreement. So arcane, something that is mysterious and known only by a few people. All right. So you can say there was an arachnid. Okay. If you know what arachnids are, okay, not sure, but arachnids are spiders. Okay. Spiders are also called as arachnids. So you can remember it like this. Arachnids is a class which is not known by many people, right? Mysterious. Arachnids are like huge spiders and they're not known by everyone. They're mysterious. So arcane, you can relate it to arachnids and say that arcane means mysterious. Okay. All right. Let's move to our next word. Arduous. Now, arduous means something that is difficult or it needs a lot of effort and energy. You can see this guy, poor little guy, so small as compared to this huge stone here. So this is going to be difficult for him, right? Pushing the stone, it's going to be a difficult task. Or I can say it's going to be an arduous task, right? So arduous means difficult or something needing a lot of effort and energy. The refugees made an arduous journey through the mountains, right? So a difficult journey through the mountains is what the refugees traveled. In those days, long distance travel was slow and arduous. Like long distance travel was slow and it needed a lot of energy. The task was more arduous than he had calculated. So maybe this guy himself, he thought that it'll be a really small thing to push the stone. But as he calculated, it was wrong. The task was more arduous, more difficult than he thought it to be. Okay. So arduous means something that is difficult, needs a lot of effort and energy. Now moving on to our next word, articulate. You should know that this is an important part of speech as well. If you're speaking, the listener in interview or maybe in IELTS or TOEFL, they might be assessing your articulation as well. So what does this word articulate mean? Articulate means being able to express your thoughts and feelings easily and clearly, right? Great leaders like Karl Marx, great leaders like Nelson Mandela, they were able to express their thoughts and their feelings easily and clearly. That is why we can call these people as articulate. Okay. She gave a witty, entertaining, and articulate speech. That means his speech was enough for everyone to be able to understand her easily and clear. Her thoughts were expressed in a simple manner. She cannot articulate her feelings very well. That means she cannot express her feelings very well. There are so many people in this world who are not really able to express their feelings to the other person. They keep saying, you know, I know what's in my head, but I'm not able to put it out there in words. So that means you are not good at articulating your feelings, right? She is the most articulate critic of government policy. That means this person who is the critic is the most expressive one. All right, so articulate means your ability to express your thoughts and feelings easily and clear. All right, articulate. Assiduous. Assiduous means showing hard work, care, and attention to detail. If you are a person who does not just do things because, you just want to get it done with. If you are a person who worries about details, who is invested in their work, shows hard work, and you show care and attention to the minute details as well, then you are an assiduous person. The government has been assiduous in the fight against inflation. That means the government has been working very hard to fight against inflation. The book was the result of 10 years assiduous research. That means the book that was finally made was a result of 10 years of hard work and attention to every detail about the research. So assiduous research, research done with hard work. The people was the most assiduous in digging the dirt. Let's say there is a group, the people, right? And this group was the most hardworking in digging dirt on someone. Okay, digging dirt means finding out someone's deep, dark secrets, right? So assiduous, something, any action that you're doing, which shows hard work, care, and attention to detail, right? Assiduous. Astound. Now you can see right here, this girl is surprised. Like, what? Like, right? So astound means to surprise or shock someone very much. If you're surprising someone or shocking someone, that means you're astounding them. All right. So let's say there was a sound. Okay. Astound can be broken down to a sound that shocked me. Where did that sound come from? I got shocked. Right? Okay, I got surprised. There was a sound suddenly. So astound, a sound that surprised me. So astound means to surprise someone. Turner's business sense continues to astound me. There is a boy, Turner, and his business sense is so amazing that he continues to surprise me with all the work or all the information he has about business. Policies of that period are credited for its astounding economic growth, shocking or surprising economic growth. He used to astound his friends with feats of physical endurance. Let's say there was a person or a friend of yours who is amazing at enduring physical pain, or maybe, maybe walking on a string or a rope, or they can stand on their head, right, doing headstands. So you can say, oh my God, I was astounded by his feat of physical endurance, or I was astounded by his headstand, right? I was surprised, I was shocked. So astound, you can remember as a sound that surprised me or shocked me. So astound, to surprise or shock someone very much. Augment. I see you all remember these. Filters. I'm pretty sure almost everyone knows what these are. Augment means to increase the size or value of something by adding to it. Let's say I have, I have a family income, and I am not funding anything towards my family. I'm not earning and I'm not able to add to the family income. But let's say suddenly I started earning. So what am I doing now? I am augmenting my family's income. I'm increasing it in size, or you can say in value, right? So to augment the family income, she began making dolls. So there was a girl in order to add to her family income, she started making beautiful dolls, and that allowed her to add to the family income, right? You can augment something. That means it should already be existing and you have to add to it to increase its value, right? How augmented reality selfie filters work behind the screen, right? So these are augmented reality, a reality that has just been increases in size, okay? So yeah, augmented reality. It may augment the growth of the pulmonary arteries. That means I want something to increase the growth, or I want something to not increase the growth of pulmonary artery. So I would say this product might augment, might increase the growth of the pulmonary artery, which I don't want, right? So augment means to increase in size, right? Or value. But remember, only by adding to an existing material, okay? Austerity. Austerity means to live with limited money or goods. Simplicity of appearance, okay? Let's say I am a person who does not really like things spread across her room. And I'm not someone who wants to invest in expensive furniture or an expensive TV or a sofa, right? So I would be someone who's living in austerity. I'm living with limited money or goods. You can also say someone who is simple in their appearance. Simplicity of appearance or living with limited money or goods is austerity, right? Military spending continues even in periods of austerity. That means there are periods that the country might be facing where they have limited money or goods, but military spending continues even though they have limited money. That means in the period of austerity, in the period of limited money and goods, military would not stop spending. The idea was to stabilize the economy through strict austerity. So there was an idea that we'll stabilize our economy, we'll bring it back to normal, we'll prevent it from declining further by making sure we have strict austerity. That means we are limiting our money or goods. We are trying to live in simplicity. She was very pious and always practiced austerities and devotion. That means she practiced the art of living simply, right? She was not someone who believed in a fancy lifestyle. She was pious, she was religious, she was devoted, and did not believe in fancy things, right? Okay, so that is austerity, to live with limited money or goods. And also say simplicity of appearance. Aversion. Looking at this kid, does not seem happy while eating this. He seems like, please take it away from me, right? So I guess he's not liking this food. I mean, babies do that. They don't really like anything unless they're not supposed to eat it. Then they would definitely like it. So aversion means a strong feeling of dislike and opposition. If there is an item, there is a thing, there is an idea, there is a person to whom I'm feeling strongly opposed to, I would say I'm averted to them, all right? Aversion. I have an aversion for that person. So a strong feeling of dislike for someone is aversion. Like this kid, he's feeling aversion towards this food. I don't know what that is though. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to smoking. Aversion therapy means I am trying to stay away from cigarettes to prevent myself from getting addicted again, right? So someone was addicted to smoking and they underwent aversion therapy. That means they went for a therapy where they tried to dislike and oppose the smoking of cigarettes. And that is what we'll call as aversion therapy. I've always had an aversion to getting up early. If you dislike getting up early, if you absolutely hate getting up early, that you haven't, then you are having an aversion for getting up early. If you're someone who does not like listening to, let's say, any sort of songs, then you have aversion to that type of song. All right. Have you developed an aversion to babies? Okay. I'm just going to say I'm one of those people. I just can't, I don't know, I'm scared of babies somehow. So you can say I have an aversion for babies. I have developed an aversion to babies. Okay. So if you're asking someone, have you developed an aversion to babies? You're asking them, have you developed a disliking for babies? Okay. Please don't judge me. So aversion, all right? You can say a version of something that you do not like. You know, a version of this movie, I did not like it. Okay, you can say a version of this movie, let's say a version of this movie, the second part, maybe the second version of this movie, I did not like it. So a version of this movie was disliked by me. So aversion means dislike, strong feeling of dislike. All right, let's revise our words. Aversion, as you can see the kid already, he is not liking the food he's eating, right? So he's having a strong feeling of dislike or opposition for this food, right? So aversion, a version of this movie is not liked by me. So strong feeling of dislike is aversion. Austerity, as you can see, simplicity of appearance, or to live with limited money or goods. Living in austerity means living with limited money supply or limited goods, not going for the fancy stuff, right? Living the life of a monk can also be called as austerity. Okay. Augment. Augment means to increase the size or value of something by adding to it. If you have something that is already existent and you are adding to it, you are just augmenting that thing. All right. For example, if you're adding to your family income by contributing some money, you are augmenting the family. All right. Astound. A sound that shocked me, surprised me. So astound means to surprise or shock someone very much. Okay, a sound came and I was so surprised. So astound means to shock or to surprise someone. Assiduous. Assiduous means showing hard work, care, and attention to detail. If you are someone who is working with extreme attention to detail, then your work is assiduous. Assiduous research, assiduous, let's say, project, right? You made a project, you researched on it in an assiduous manner. So that means you paid attention to detail. You worried about the minute errors as well. Articulate. Articulate means your ability to express your thoughts and feelings easily and clearly. For example, there are so many leaders, so many public speakers who are able to express their thoughts easily. Like they do not have to make even an effort to be able to express themselves. So that is called being articulate, being able to express your thoughts and feelings easily and clearly. Arduous. Arduous means something being difficult or needing a lot of effort and energy. For example, to move this stone, I'll need a lot of effort and energy. And so would this little guy, right? So this is an arduous job, right? If you're working hard in your office and you still can't impress your boss, that's an arduous job then, impressing your boss. Arcane. You can say arcane is mysterious or a thing which is known by few people. For example, this magic lamp maybe, or any secret in the world that is not known by many people, right? So that is arcane. Arbitrary. Arbitrary means something that is based on chance, not at all planned, not at all based on reason, just something happening by chance. For example, let's say I rolled the dice and I got 2 6s. That means it was arbitrary. I did not plan that, right? So how can you remember? R, my dog named R, bit someone, but he rarely bites anyone. So this was a chance thing. This just happened by chance. So arbitrary means by chance or based on chance. Apposite. Apposite means something being apt in a certain condition or being right for the occasion. You can also say suitable. For example, this piece of puzzle, it's apposite for this place. That means it's suitable for this spot in the puzzle. So apposite means being apt or right for a certain occasion or situation.